Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl Becky D, live in the morning, 7 a.m. You guys, I have to start off again by apologizing for my brief sabbatical. Okay, it's not one that was taken by choice. It was one that was taken out of necessity. Um, I really and truly, I didn't get any rest though. So it wasn't a break that was a resting break. It was a break of being there for other people. Um, Even sometimes when you're going through your dark space, when you're in your darkness, there are times where you still have to be a light source for other people. And it's not always easy. Okay. I can definitely be the first one to tell you that. It's not always easy and it doesn't always look pretty. And sometimes it can take a toll on you. So you do have to know when to step away. But I am grateful that I am able to be light sources in other people's lives. Because if I couldn't be a light source, then I don't know what kind of friend, what kind of partner, what kind of spouse, what kind of teacher, what kind of motivator, what kind of just anything that I would necessarily be that would be effective, right? Speaking about being light sources in other people's life, I kid you not, this was not the direction this morning. If it seems like I have a little bit more energy today, that's because I did get like all together during the whole week, probably a solid 8 hours of actual REM sleep. So I'm feeling good this morning. But I am also drinking one of my new favorite energy drinks. Now, mind you, I don't usually drink energy drinks on a regular unless it's vitamin water energy. But not sponsored, by the way. Let's go ahead and put that in there. If they do want to sponsor me, shout out. But I'm preparing for a longer day, so I have my energy with me. But being light sources in other people's life, right? Sometimes people are going through darkness, and sometimes it's broad daylight. When it was raining while I was growing up, and there was the sun still shining, but it was raining, and you hear the thunder and everything. If you're from the South, and some people from the North may have said this too, but generally it's said that the devil is beating his wife, right? And to me, I was just like, it's just weird, a little random, a little unexpected that there is physical sunlight while there is such a terrible storm brewing. And it takes you aback. But if you think about it, that's how our lives are sometimes, right? We have such terrible storms brewing in our life, but we literally have this weird source of light coming through. I like to call that today, my friends, hope, right? That's hope. For some people, that's stability. For others, that might be the other side to the new beginning that you wanted to start. For other people, that may be opportunities, right? And for some, they tell you not to go to the light because that may be your beginning of the end. All right. But whatever that case may be, we have those moments, whether it's dark or whether it's light, where it's just a bright light source that keeps coming through. If that was the case, if we didn't have light when it was not in a dark time, then would it be a lighted area, right? When it's raining really bad, even though we know it's daytime, the street lights will still pop on because it's just the right amount of darkness that they can seek out to let them know, hey, I need to cut my lights on. Your car, if you have those automatic fancy cars, like I like to call them, with the auto lights, your lights, when it's raining hard enough, will say, hey, let's add a little bit of light because it's just the right amount of darkness that I can find in order to light your path. One of the biggest things and challenges about being a teacher is when you have to give up a student in various forms. Maybe they move, maybe they, had to switch classes, maybe, it's just all variations of things that can happen for you losing a student. It hurts 10 times more when you and that student build a relationship and a connection. Okay. And for all of those people out there who's getting the wrong idea, not that kind of relationship, okay? Not that kind of podcast. Join me on my other one. But it hurts a little more when you have to give up a student. And that happened for me. Now that's not the reason why I had to take a sabbatical. The reason for my sabbatical is still unknown to many people and it will stay that way. But he he didn't confront me, first of all, so I felt hurt by that. But and I heard something, how kids talk, I don't pay attention to it much, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm moving back and this and that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, summertime, we're over the hump of the school year, like, yeah, I'm not paying attention to that, right? I'm just picking up random conversations, but I'm not piecing it together. And then I get the confirmation email from the parent, and the parent literally says, hey, their last day is going to be on Thursday, and, is there anything that we need to do from the school, and this and that? And I'm like, whoa, no, this was serious. This was real. Like, all the alarms are going off in my head. And I don't respond to the parent right away. I walk right up to my student, look them dead in their face. Mind you, I got to tell you, I teach teams, okay? So it's not like a little kid I'm hounding here. I look him dead in his face, and I looked at him, and I kept looking at him. And then I just I just said the words. I was like, you're leaving me. Now, mind you, on that Thursday, it was also their birthday. And so I just kept looking at them, and I'm like, you're leaving me. And so, of course, they're trying to piece the hidden phrases together. And they were like, oh, no, yeah, I mean, but, the bell's about to ring. I have to go to another class, thinking that I'm joking again because I am a jokester. And I was like, no, you're leaving me. And then immediately that light bulb clicked on inside of their head, and they were like, oh, yeah, my last day is Thursday. And I was like, all right, okay. And the amount of silent conversations that we had in that exchange was just magical, because it brought us both to tears. See, I'm getting a little caught up in the throat now trying to talk about it. We were both brought the tears, and I looked away. Of course, there's other kids around, and I'm not trying to continue to sit here and let this affect me. Can't show them a weakness. And so I kind of turned my head, and then another kid called me, and I just as soon as they called my name, that's when the tears started to flow, and I was like, no, can't do this. I gotta make it through the day, because it was literally still 8 o'clock in the morning. And so I get through all of that. I get all of the droppy drip things from my eyes to go away. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I let them know exactly what I was emailing their parent back about what they needed to do and stuff. And I immediately seek help, right? I'm seeking a light source now. I'm like, hey, you guys communicate on likes and dislikes a whole lot more than I do with you guys, right? And I have 150 something of y'all to remember. So I was like, I have a question. What do they like? And so they're giving me all this feedback, right? So we planned an impromptu last minute birthday send off party that happened at 8 o'clock in the morning. And literally cannot make this up. I ran to GameStop. If you're familiar with them, I'm not sponsored, but thank you, GameStop, for all of your help. And I tell them exactly the character that I'm looking for, because I could have went several other places, but GameStop was on my mind, and I'm glad I went because they had a sale. Yay! And so the lady points me right in that direction. I grab what I need. Literally, the whole thing. I'm playing this whole thing for about 36 kids, all right, for under $15. If you want to know my secrets, just follow my Facebook page, right? And so I do all of this, get all of these things. I get there early in the morning. I got the juices and the drinks or whatever that the kids like, and I got the breakfast stuff, and I got their gifts sitting right there on top. And I give them the gift, and I say it's from the whole class, even though realistically nobody has given me a dime of anything. But I mean, it's something that they all helped me in. So I was like, this is for you. Meanwhile, they actually brought candy for the whole class. So I was like, man, I got to throw this in here some kind of way. But that's neither here nor there. This is a part that really changed my life every single time one of them say it, right? Is this phrase right here. You have no idea how much you have impacted me in my time here at this school. If it was not for you, I do not believe that I would have made it. That phrase right there gets me every single time in my soft spot, okay? It's the genuality behind it, it's the sincereness, and it's the literal truth that comes from it. And then sometimes it makes me wonder, what is everybody else doing, right? Are they not building that relationship? Are they not being a light source for you? A teenager's time is really like all over the place. They got hormones ranging, they got all this other stuff. But what are we doing? Are we getting to know them? Are we like anybody in our lives, right? There's different pivotal points in our lives where things are just like up and down and all around. Are we being that light source for somebody else in those pivotal moments in their lives when they're clueless? Are they blinded? Are they can't see something? I love it when my friends take the blinds off my eyes to something and they're like, hey, see it for what it is, right? Be that light source for someone. Even though you're going through something, you can be a light source for somebody else, and it can empower you 10 times more in order to get through whatever you're going through. So, this one is a little bit longer. I don't know if it's because of my story or if it's the makeup for me missing an entire week here. But I leave you with this today. If you can be nothing else in life, if you don't know what else to be in life, how about you opt in today to be the light source that you were called to be, the light source that you know you can be, and the light source to not only radiate into other people's lives, but to keep empowering your life, to put one step in front of the other and continue to be the light that you have been called to be. Darkness comes so easily and is so easily to dwell in, but being a light seeker and to be a light holder is such grave burden that not most people can do it. But I have faith and I have trust and I have belief and I have enough hope and reassurance that you, my friend, whoever you may be, can truly be the light for others and seek the light out of others as well. As always, you guys, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning, and I am going to try my best to continue to stay on top of my game and to make sure that I bring you content Monday through Friday every single week, okay? Thank you guys so much for allowing me just a brief sabbatical in order to get through everything that I needed to get through on this past week. And again, my gratitude is just completely extended. Because of that sabbatical, I was not able to start my new podcast, but guess what? That's neither here nor there. That just means it wasn't time yet, and that baby is still growing. But stay tuned, keep locked in, and guess what? I'll talk with you all tomorrow morning.